Hi guys, welcome to Soul's Journey, and I have another VR I'm doing today. This one I first saw over on White Tree Tarot, Aleksandra's page, and I will link that below. And I guess it was originally started by Stephanie at, I'm going to try to pronounce this. Those of you who speak French might want to cover your ears because this is going to be ugly. Journal d'une femme moderne et spirituelle. Diary of a modern and spiritual woman. And it is my name in tarot and oracle decks. So, I'm not sure if I want to put the light on or if this is good. So I'm going to, mine's not as long as some because my name's only 7 letters, but I thought we'd start with my new Mythical Creatures tarot. Just look at a few of these for the M for Maureen. And yeah, the light's kind of showing the gold foiling nicely. So this is the latest from Baba Studio, and I think probably a lot of you guys saw my walkthrough of it. It's just a really, really beautiful deck. I don't know, should we get some more light on here? Or is that too much? Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. I can never figure out the lighting. This is really, really lovely. There's the backs. Of course, Baba Studio always does a spectacular job with their decks. It is a pip deck, but still extremely decorative. It's just a fabulous, fabulous deck. I did do a walkthrough of this when I first got it, and I have since also gotten, this is the standard size, but I also went for the large limited edition, but I haven't actually broken that one out of the cellophane yet, so I thought we'd just go with that for now. And then for the A, I decided to go with the Art Nouveau Tarot by Matt Myers, beg your pardon. And this is an old deck from like way back when was this? I forget when this came out. It's a US Games deck, 1989. And it's a shame. It's kind of dated, some of the illustrations, but I just love it. I think it's so pretty. It's all like stained glass windows, like Tiffany windows, and the colors are just gorgeous. Maybe we should all lobby US Games to reprint this one. It's just so pretty. You know, I just realized this one, the devil reminds me of, if you've seen the video by a German pagan band called Faun, F-A-U-N, their song Walpurgisnacht, sorry. They have a couple of guys walking around on stilts with these like horns on their head like that, and looks very much like that. Anyway, it's very cool. Check out the video if you haven't seen it. I'll link to it below. But this is just Such a gorgeous deck. I think it's like, it like follows through the minors. It like builds up a story about the people depicted. Yeah, this is so 80s. But, oh, I mean, look at that moon card. I love that so much. Okay. So then for the U, you wouldn't think there would be too many options for decks that start with U, but I actually have a few, which probably is no surprise, judging by the number of decks I have. But I decided to go with my new to me Undersea Tarot from US Games, illustrated by Frank Fradella. It is out of print, but the last I checked, the Tarot Garden still was showing that they had stock on this. So I really like this deck. I like the aquatic themes. Yeah, I was really shocked to find that the Tarot Garden had these in stock for, you know, just the normal price. It was, I don't know, $25, $26 I think I paid for it. So if this interests you at all, I would check with them, because it's going for, if you can even find it like on a secondary market, it's, you know, ridiculous. And speaking of ridiculous, the Mythical Creatures that I showed first, I saw a copy on eBay going for $375. Although that may have been the large limited edition, but still, it's just, that's why I hop on these when they come up, because if you wait, you'll never be able to get them. Anyway, moving on. So R, had a couple of choices for this as well. Actually more than a couple of choices. I decided to go with the, I'm going to turn that light off because it's glaring. Is that any better? Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg. This is an old US Games deck. I don't know actually if this one is still in print or not. But it's done in the style of like the lacquerware, Russian miniatures, and is absolutely beautiful. I was just trying to find decks that, you know, we don't see coming and going, just for, you know, something different. Do I have this in order or what? So that's nice. I forget when this one came out. This is another older one. Yeah, 92. So I'm not sure if they're still printing this one or not. I have, you know, once I have it, I don't spend a lot of time checking on these decks. And then for the E's in my name, had to pick two, which is good. As we know, I can never make up my mind. Wish I could have done this with the rest of them. I actually thought about using my channel name instead because it's longer and I could have picked more decks, but I decided to play fair. So this is the Enchanted Tarot by Amy Zerner and Monte Farber. This is the original edition. It's on very thick cardstock. This came out, I think it's 1990. The book's in the other room, but this is all done. Amy does the most amazing work with fabrics, like tapestry, well, not tapestry, but she combines all these, kind of like quilting, sort of. I mean, she's a designer. I know she sells her clothes at like Bergdorf Goodman's in New York. I know they changed it in the later edition. I think they made it borderless, and then it had the titles like here on the cards, but did not bother to get the second edition of this one. These all swords, pentacles. Okay, so that's probably enough of that. And then for second E, it shows another that I believe is out of print, as so many of my decks are, because I bought them all so long ago, or a lot of them. And I decided to go with the Egipcios Kier deck. Never been entirely sure how to pronounce that. So this is a very unusual deck. This came out, it was under license from Editorial Kier in Buenos Aires, Argentina. So it's not, which by any stretch of the imagination, here's the backs. It's not a standard tarot deck. I think the cards are they just get numbered all the way through. There's like, it's just all sequential. Very interesting deck, though. Oops. Anyway, you know I like to show my weirdo decks. So yeah, I don't think this is available anymore. I'm pretty sure this has been out of print for a long time. So, but like I said, I'm trying to find decks that you don't see coming and going to show on these things. And for my final deck, for my N, I decided to go with the Nigel Jackson deck. And again, out of print, unavailable, sorry. But it's just amazing how these things come and go. Now, do we need a little more light on this? Maybe that's a little better. Get this out of the way. So I think he did swap some of the suit associations in this. I think wands are air and swords are fire. So I don't use it a lot because that kind of throws me. I have, you know, wands as fire and swords as air so ingrained in my head that I find it very difficult to work with decks that swap them. This is a gorgeous deck, though. So there we go, and I will link to all the websites, the two ladies who I saw who did this deck, and I had not met them before, so it was nice to meet a couple of new faces. And please go and check out their videos, and I will talk to you soon. Blessed be.